Hello and welcome to The Kick. My name is Kyle Eason of Inception Integrated Marketing, and my first guest today is a gentleman that I met recently downtown in Denver at his show that's been going for 3 years running now called Drunken Bachelors, or The Drunken Bachelors.
Yes, obviously it's just the show is called the Drunken Bachelor Talk Show. Yeah, at Lanny's Clock Tower. It's a great cabaret theater, the basement of the clock tower, which was the tallest building west of the Mississippi for a while.
That's exciting. I didn't know that.
That's a little Denver history for you. Yeah.
So your show's been going for 3 years now at Lanny's Clock Tower Cabaret in downtown Denver.
Yeah.
And that's a long time, I think, especially for a variety show like
It's
this.
a good run. What we do is when we get a little burned out, we just stop doing shows, and then we call that a season. And then when we feel like doing shows again, Lanny's is gracious enough to have us back, and we call that our, then we have our season opener, and then we'll have another season finale, and so on. So we've done about 30 plus shows there.
So a season could be 1 or 2 shows.
Well, we haven't gotten quite that
A very
lazy
brief
with
season.
it all, yeah. But it is fun. It's basically an homage to the Rat Pack. We have like a variety show element to it. So it's like Ed Sullivan meets the Rat Pack. And we wear tuxedos, and we have stand-up comics and dancers and burlesque dancers, and we have singers and mentalists, magicians. It's like it's never the same show twice.
It's a lot of fun.
We just host it. It's a talk show format. It's a lot of fun.
It's a blast. I love the Drunken Bachelor Talk Show. And that is actually just one part of what you do, because I know that you have many other things that you do, including a business called Be Story Driven, which is fantastic. And actually, I saw you present at Denver Startup Week coming up this fall again.
Yeah.
Very exciting, huge, a lot of energy around Denver Startup Week. And Michael, I know that you're on the list of shows, or I should say seminars, to vote for. Go on to Denver Startup Week and vote for Be Story Driven.
I feel like I'm on a reality show. Please vote for me. Please vote for my presentation about presentations.
It is actually, he does a great job, and it was packed, and we had a lot of fun at that Be Story Driven.
It was a lot of fun.
So tell us a little bit about your business now, and kind of what is your secret sauce, or what is that one idea, which is kind of what the Kick is about, your special idea that actually has legs and has a certain kind of magic of its own.
Right. Well, I come from an improv and sketch comedy background, studied at the Second City in Chicago, and later went to LA and studied at several theaters there, did a lot of scene study, and so I've done performing, teaching, hosting, all for 20 plus years, and what it is just bringing in improv and acting techniques to help people connect with their message, what they're saying, and to the audience. It also teaches story skills, effective storytelling techniques. For example, Kyle, why don't you tell me about your morning, just a little snippet about your morning.
Okay, well, let's see. This morning, I was following up with one of our clients as to what kind of website they wanted, or what kind of look they wanted for their website.
Okay.
I do a little bit of software development, and so we had to kind of talk a little bit about the feel.
What did you have for breakfast?
For breakfast, I had an egg sandwich with cheddar cheese.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, any sides along with that, or
No, a side of coffee.
Side of coffee? There you go. It's breakfast of champions.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, so now, are you eating at your desk while you're doing this? Are you the kind of guy that gets up and
I got to take a break.
you got to take a little breather?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, are you like fully showered and dressed and you're ready to rock when you're sitting at your desk, or are you one of those guys that can sit there in your briefs and work?
I can do it in my underwear. Boxers.
So there you go. So now we're starting to get this visual of how Kyle works, and what storytelling is about is like creating that imagery in the audience's mind, painting that picture, and that's what creates that connection to the audience. So rather than just facts and figures, it's putting it into a context and wrapping a story around it, and again painting that picture, giving us some specifics about, well, you had breakfast, but what did you have for breakfast?
Yeah.
And I think what it is about the listener being able to put themselves into the story and participate in the story. Now you've got me engaged, instead of sitting back and just trying to take in information and then getting burned out because my short-term memory is at capacity.
And who are your target clients for when it comes to B-Story Driven? What kind of client are you looking for? What kind of client tends to benefit most from B-Story Driven?
It's a bit of a mixed bag. I mean, I've worked like one-on-one with some Olympic athletes, accountants, surgeons, worked with sales teams, worked with like executive teams on pitch decks and quick pitches and business cases. So it really does run the gamut. I've worked with larger groups on just group dynamic, team building, using improv exercises. So it's all about improv and acting techniques, learning about presence, how do I come across, learning about, again, what's my intention behind this message, making sure you have some of these questions answered before you're going to give your presentation or present to your team or even just go into a meeting with your team or into a one-on-one with your boss or something like that.
So much of you goes into B-Story Driven, and I know you mentioned briefly some of your acting and improv background, and of course you continue to act and do your comedy as far as Drunken Bachelor talk show. Is there anything else about you that our viewers should know that really makes the experience kind of special to you and who you are?
Well, I mean, my approach is to help people just channel and be confident in their genuine self. So I'm rooting for my client. I want them to do well, and I hope that comes across. And I think the testimonials that I've had, they say that, just not coming in with a pretense and really just concentrating on really nurturing, like, what is that message and who are you as a person, and making sure that everything's in alignment from your values to your message to how you're delivering it. And I think, I guess, I don't know if you're supposed to talk about secret sauce or special sauce or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, secret sauce.
But I think I try to create an experience where you can just feel what it's like. I mean, so many people will bombard you with the information, and you can read all your self-help books and listen to all the TED Talks and do all that and just intellectually get it, but until you just move through these experiences, through these exercises that I've designed, that's the one way you can really just, how does it feel? What emotions are coming up? How does that feel? Does it feel good, bad? If so, why? Just identifying some of those things. It's really about being present, being in the moment, and just identifying that. What's coming at me? Like you have an emotion, you're coming across a certain way. I'm gonna go ahead and just say, okay, well, what is that? And then I'm gonna respond.
Yeah. Okay.
So
of your improv training,
just
coming out there.
creating that platform, creating that environment, that safe environment for people to explore and interact and just get a handle on what that feels like.
I love it. Now, if somebody wants to learn more about B-Story Driven, what do they do?
You can just go to the website, bstorydriven.com, and that's probably the best way. I've got one of those little things where you can fill out the information and I'll get an email. I think my phone number's on there, it should be, but that's probably the best way.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Michael Collins for joining us on The Kick today, sponsored by milehighhouse. You can go to milehighhouse.com for more information on their services, and thanks to Tom Hoke Jr. especially. Appreciate it.